Yo, what's going on, you guys? I feel like talking about nightclub stuff, so that's what we're gonna do. I get the itch every now and then to kind of go back and go down memory lane and think about some of the clubs and nightlife experiences I had during my 20s and I'd say early 30s here in Tokyo. Now, I did a video earlier and found a really interesting nightclub TikTok that I wanted to review a long time ago. So I went digging into TikTok some more, found a few other things that I want to break down for you guys just to help you on your nights out in Tokyo, help you have a better night. Whether you're out with your boys just having fun, you're looking for girls, as long as you're not looking for trouble, I'm fine with it. I just want to kind of share my experiences here to kind of help you guys have a better time. Now, one thing, there's a couple clubs we're going to review. We're going to look at Neverland and C'est La Vie. Both of these are clubs in Shibuya. So if you're going out on nights out in Shibuya, I'm going to give you a few tips. Both of One of them I was kind of shocked at, but whatever. We're going to get into it. It's going to be fun. Let's do it. Okay, so first off, let's look at C'est La Vie. It's a short TikTok just to give you, if you've never been there, just to give you a bit of a feeling of the layout of the land there. Let's take a look at it and I'll tell you what I think. So the one thing I want you to see is the layout of the club. First off, if you are, of course, if you've never been to a nightclub, that's fine, right? But if you're experiencing nightclubs, you can kind of see that there's the DJ booth, there's a main dance floor in the inside area, there's an outside terrace area as well. So I never really spend time on the terrace, like just a few times with friends, but mainly I think the inside area is the place that gets popping the most. If I remember correctly, in warmer nights they open up the terrace and then they close it later, and then you have to go inside, I think, if I remember correctly. But the main part is where everyone's kind of together dancing, really like starting the night atmosphere starts to heat up, is inside. If you'll notice, there's a dance floor. It's not too packed, but there are people clearly moving, having fun, dim lights. If you look right here, let me show you. As you can see, there's a bar on the far end of the room. If you're not like it, like there are booths and stuff like that, of course, on the perimeter of the place. Now, like I don't pay for tables. Like one of my friends, he's when he likes to go, he likes to get tables. I'm really glad. My friend Jeff, really glad. Shouts to Jeff, whenever he wants to get tables. But he's my man, 100 grand. We're having fun, whether we're drinking beers in front of a convenience store, hanging out at like our place, or like in a club. So it's not like all about like money, but yeah, so you can do that. If you're not really if that's not in your budget, that bar, I'll play it again for you. From the middle part, you can kind of see where there are those kind of like colorful stuff. There's a bar at the far end. If you're trying to holler at girls, I hang out at the bar or hit the dance floor. That's kind of where you're really going to want to be. But the atmosphere is really conducive to meeting new people, meeting girls, hanging out. It's not too crazy, kind of grown and sexy. If you want to say that, Tokyo grown and sexy, but not too grown, that you can definitely have fun if you want to have fun, meet people if you want to meet people. Just do your thing, hang out with your boys. Safe, fun, clean environment. Generally gets popping around last train. So if you're going out all night, that'll be a place that I would kind of recommend. Now let's go to another place. Now, Neverland is a club I've never been to. Okay, I have been there, but I haven't been there. Let me explain. So the first nightclub I went to was this club called Buenos, and that club was like that in Harlem. You might have heard of Harlem if you know about nightclub life in Tokyo or Shibuya. Harlem now is kind of like the number one hip hop club in Tokyo. When I first came here, foreign people weren't allowed in there unless they had an escort by a Japanese woman. So it wasn't a place I had really easy access to. Luckily, back in the day, like my boy, his one of his friends was like the only foreign guy who could go in there freely because he was a really well known choreographer. So he was like, "Yo, whoever to my boy, whenever you or anyone want to go, just let me know." He would just roll in there, have a few drinks, and leave with his girlfriend like once a week. So me and my boy was like, "Yo, you want to go?" We would go sometimes, and that's how I was able to like hang out in Harlem, you know, um, in my like late 20s, had some really fun nights there. The music again was the best hip hop, some of the best hip hop, not the best nights of hip hop, but consistently good hip hop, dance music in the late 2000s, early 2010s, if my memory serves me right. Generally, just music when you go to a nightclub in Japan, in Tokyo, if you go out enough, you're gonna hear basically the same songs over and over again, unless the DJ is good. Like I've in Japan, I've heard some of the best nights of music I've heard in Japan, but also I've gone out and heard the same song for like 8 years in a row. Like I can predict what the DJ is gonna play because they just got a set list. Sometimes inexperienced DJs, they just have a list of songs that they know that they want to play. They know how to mix it, and they just literally stick to those like forever. So don't be surprised like if you go out and you're hearing songs from 2010 literally like back to back to back to back, just because that DJ's probably been playing them since I've been hitting the club. Generally speaking, I'm serious, I'm not even lying, right? But if you get a good DJ, like if you're playing some stuff that you know is like okay, you're with a good DJ, you're gonna be in for a good night. However, like so back to Neverland. Neverland was Buenos. So I used to go there a lot. The first night I went out into Tokyo, um, it was always a guaranteed night. One of the best nights I had with my friend Jeff, the same buddy. A story that I'm gonna want to tell, retell. I want to start retelling some of my old club stories in other videos. I'm working on it. Don't worry, it's coming. But yeah. So it's the same building. It was closed down for several years. They renovated it, and now it's Neverland. We're gonna get into it. Let's take a look at it. I'm gonna just keep the music down low so you can kind of see like look at this, right? It's a sausage fest, right? This is crazy. It was not like this at all back in the day, right? I had a great time, a lot of good times when I was there back in the day. But I'm just gonna replay it a few times for you as I talk. You can kind of see the main dance floor. Just me looking at it is where all the young Japanese guys go, right? Or if you're into trying to holler at girls or stuff like that, my advice is avoid the main dance floor at all costs, right? It's a sausage fest. You can see like young Japanese guys like that. You'll go down there and they'll make you feel like you're the man, and they'll be like, yeah, yeah, turn up with you, all that stuff. But you're not gonna be able to meet anyone at all. Trust me, there are no girls down there. If they are, they're gonna get. I will feel bad for them because they'll get swarmed, by like a pack of like locusts or something like that, right? Now, if you look at this next video that I found on TikTok for you guys, I'm doing homework for you guys, right? If you look, there is an area above the dance floor, right? And I think this video shows it really well. You can kind of see upstairs. There's like a mini bar area. I think I saw in another video. There's a smaller bar kind of area with people, but it's not nearly as crowded as the main dance floor. If it were me and I were going out, that's where I would spend like 95% of my time if I was going there. Just because of the layout of the place, not that many guys can be there. It's gonna be a lot of more chilled atmosphere. Hanging out by the bar, there's a counter there. It's more brightly lit. You can see people a lot more. You can groove to the music. You maybe by yourself, one, two, three friends, hang out, have a good time, and then girls that are there who are not with a guy can see you having fun, and then you can kind of work your magic a little bit. That's what I would do, like if I were in that situation. But just looking at like the setup of the place is totally different. I'm thinking because there used to be another club I forgot like that was attached to Buenos. I forgot the name of it, and so you can go to either one. They might have just combined them both and just made it into Neverland. Again, I don't remember. It was like way too long ago for me to remember. But Buenos used to be really popping if you wanted to go to hip hop on a good night. There'll be girls who are really into hip hop. This is more like a Japanese kind of young people environment. So you're gonna feel like an outsider if you're a foreign person. They're not really gonna be like jocking you. More than likely, unless you have been in Japan for a little while, maybe you can speak Japanese and you can kind of communicate on a little bit more of a deeper level than like people yelling like yo what's up man and something weird like that. But generally speaking, like that's kind of my take on those. Anyone who's been to these clubs, let me know with a like or a comment what you guys think. I really hope it helps you. Let me know if you want me to do more of these as well, by the way. Like I don't mind digging through TikTok. It's just fun to go down memory lane for me and pass on my Tokyo nightlife knowledge for you guys and help you have fun while you're here. All right, y'all, holla at y'all soon. Peace.